Hello folks and welcome to Athena videos. Today I will show you how to draw a dog in the semi-realistic style. My style will be something between realism and the cartoon style, but I will do my best to stick to the realistic style. So let's get started then. First of all, choose a color to draw your sketch. I usually choose the gray color, but you can choose any color you want. So, first draw a circle. This will be the head. Then, draw another circle over here. This will be the chest or the rib cage. And draw a third circle here. This will be the pelvic area where the hind legs are. Now, draw a line like this. This will be the muzzle of the dog. Now you should connect these two circles by two lines like this. This is going to be the neck. Now you can connect the rib cage and the pelvic area like this. This will be the belly, and this over here is going to be the spine. Also, you can draw a line for the tail. Now it's time for the legs. The forelegs will be here. These will be the paws. Don't worry if your sketch is messy, it doesn't really matter. You will be fixing it once you're done with it. There's a tip. To make sure both the forelegs and the hind legs are touching the ground at the same spot, you can draw a line like this and then just draw the hind legs here. Also make sure that the thigh is visible because this is the basic shape of a dog's hind leg. It's not flat like the foreleg. It's curved over here, as you can see. So this will be the sketch. Now we will draw some details on our dog, like the eyes and some ears. Also, this is going to be a border collie, but you can basically draw any dog once you know the basic shape of a dog. So this would be the sketch. Alright, we have the sketch. Now let's work on the lines. Make sure to make a new layer. These are going to be the lines and this is the sketch. And now choose the color of your lines. I usually choose the black color, and if you want for your lines to be more precise, in File Alpaca you have to click here, correction, and now you can choose how much do you want for your lines to be precise. I usually choose 20, but you can choose any you want. I mean, look, these lines are kinda messy, but if you use this, it's much easier to make straight line without these ugly stuff over here and here. So let's go back to the dog. First we'll start with the ears. You just have to trace over your sketch and add some fur here and there, so your dog will actually look fluffy. Now we'll be drawing the muzzle and the lips. As I have said before, this will be a semi-realistic dog, so something between the cartoonish and the semi-realistic style, but I'm trying to stick with realism. Now let's draw the cheeks. They'll be fluffy and they'll end somewhere here. So this is the cheek. Now let's draw the nose. It's something like the T letter, but with a nostril over here. This is when you draw the nose from the side, but if you want to draw it from the front, just think of it as a triangle, as a pyramid. So this will be the basic shape. Then you just have to make the corners and lines softer, like this. And now draw the nostrils. Here is one nostril, here is the second nostril. And also we need a line to separate them. And now you have a nose. I'll keep this here as a reference. Now let's finish the dog's face. To draw the eyes, I usually draw the first line like this and then a tiny eyelash here. Then I draw the second part of the eye like this. And now we also have eyelashes because this is the cartoonish part of the style. You can draw the eye as you want, but I usually draw eyes like this. So we have a pupil. And this white stuff here is like there is the reflection of the light that's coming into the eye. And then we also have the iris. So here we have the sclera, here we have the iris, and here we have the pupil. Three main parts of the eye. Also, if you want for your style to be cartoonish, you could also draw some eyebrows to the dog, but now that's optional. Also, let's finish the second ear over here. Yes, that's it. So, the head is done. Now, let's move to the chest. It's also going to be fluffy because this is obviously a fluffy dog. I mean, you can also draw less fluff here and there if you don't want for your dog to be that fluffy at all. These over here are the withers. They measure the dog's size there, so from the floor to the withers, and then they see how tall the dog actually is. So it's not from the head to the floor, no, that's incorrect. It's from the floor to the withers. That's just a quick note. Okay, first let's finish the dog's back and the tail. Here comes a fluffy tail. And now let's start working on the legs and the paws. So let's start drawing the legs now. Here we go. And now the paws. It's not really difficult to draw paws, trust me. When drawing them, try to think about them as hooves. Like you see something like this. It actually looks like a hoof, but it won't be a hoof anymore because dogs have 4 toes, but from this angle only 3 toes will be visible. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, let me delete this. I don't need it anymore. And here I have a paw. Also, you can draw claws or nails to your dog to keep it more realistic. And now let's add some fluff here and there, and the first foreleg is done. Now let's start working on the second one over here. Same like the previous one. From this angle also 3 toes will be visible, 1, 2, and 3. And I have a quick detail to tell you here. It's the dew claw. It's something like the 5th toe to the dogs. It doesn't touch the ground when the dog is walking, at least not all the time. Like, let's say this is a paw, this is the inside side of the paw, and this is the outside side of the paw, and we have a dew claw here. Here are the normal toes. So don't forget to draw it if you really want to keep your dog realistic. That's it for the forelegs. Now let's draw the belly. I also add some fluff, just to keep the dog cute and fluffy. Now let's work on the forelegs. Here is the exposed thigh. You see this over here. And here is the hind leg. Only 3 toes visible again. Now let's add some more fluff. And if you want, you can actually drop some muscles or bones visible here, just to keep it more realistic. Oh my, gotta fix this. And more claws. So the first foreleg is done, and I just noted that I have forgot to add the second one. If we mark it with this color, it's going to be like this, but only this part will be visible because the other part is behind this foreleg over here. So let's just add it. Here are the lines. So from this over here, the other hind leg is going to be visible. Two toes visible because the dog is standing like this over here. Also some muscles or bones. Actually, let's make it a little bit thicker so the dog can actually stand on his legs. And now you can add some more details if you want, but the dog is done. You can now make another layer, color, and now color your dog in which color you want. Now it's up to you, so basically that's it. And that's it, folks. If you have a question, don't be shy to ask. I will be more than happy to help you out. So that's it. See you next time.